Hey everyone, Dr. Keith here. Hope you have an amazing day. We're going to be discussing today a couple products that we use in the office that you could just buy for yourself as well, and that is the Marc Pro unit and the Compex unit. These are Stim devices you can use mainly to design for muscle recovery. So they're pretty big in the endurance community and the CrossFit community. A lot of other athletes, actually a lot of professional athletes, a lot of teams use them. I know the Cleveland Indians use them and other sports teams. And really they're designed to help speed up recovery in your muscles. They're help to kind of get you back out into your sport quicker. So maybe you want to train more, do things, recover just from if you do a lot of endurance races and things like that, you got to recover faster. So I'm just going to talk about the differences between the two, which ones I found. I've been using them personally. We've been using them in the office probably for 3-4 months now. We're only going to be talking about it from a recovery standpoint. The Compex unit does have some other stimming options on it, but the Marc Pro is really just designed for just recovery, so we're just going to kind of compare those two today. Both of them seem to be pretty good devices. What they're not a if you're not stretching or doing mobility daily, they're not going to substitute for that. So that's not the design of it. So those are still really important for you. So whether they're things that I've given you in the office to do, or you've just gotten other places as far as the stretching mobility of your areas you need to work on, it doesn't take the place of that. What this will do is kind of help recover a little faster. So if you are doing that kind of stuff and you want a little bit more, these might be a good thing for you. So a little bit to kind of compare the two. This is what the Marc Pro looks like. Both of these are the units that do not have the TENS units built into them, so they're just for recovery. You can see this one is a little bigger. This is the Compex, a little lighter, actually a lot lighter and smaller. And that's one of the advantages to the Compex, is it's much smaller, and so you're able to kind of use it. You can just clip it on your belt or waistband, and you can use it as you walk around. Now obviously it's not going to work if you have it clipped to, or you have it working on your lower legs or anything, but you really can't do that with the Marc Pro. There is a clip you can buy, but it's relatively heavy, so you're probably not going to want to do that. So for me, I've been using both of them. Both seem to recover pretty nicely. Like I said, the Marc Pro, I kind of like when I'm at night just resting. I'll put it on as we're just resting after I do some mobility. It kind of helps flush the system out for that day. And I'll do the same thing with the Compex. I tend to use the Marc Pro more at night. The Compex I'll use if I need to use it during the day at all as I'm walking around, because it works a little better on the upper body, just because you can clip it on and walk around. So some of the advantages, disadvantages are with the Compex, you have to have their special pads to use because of the clips that it has. They're kind of expensive, but they do last pretty long, whereas the Marc Pro, you can just buy generic pads on Amazon and it works pretty good. No matter which one you have, I just get this little tube of electrode gel. It's a couple bucks, and it makes your pads last like twice as long. So it's something really simple to add with that. There are a couple different additional recovery settings on the Compex, whereas with the Marc Pro, you're literally just turning it on, the intensity up and down. There's no other settings to do, so it's very simple. So if you're worried about not knowing what to do, the Marc Pro might be a better option for you. But the Compex does have a couple recovery settings. In the version I have the Sport Elite, as well as there's a massage setting too. So it does feel a little different. One of the things is the Marc Pro, it's a different frequency, and so they claim it's more comfortable. I think they're both pretty comfortable, to be honest with you. So I haven't noticed that much of a difference in that. But both seem to worked really well if you're looking at kind of flushing the system, trying to get back out there quicker. Neither of them are technically designed for like injury recovery. However, I have used it kind of with minor things with myself or with a lot of people in the office, and it does help. They both seem to help pretty good. In the office, we definitely use the Marc Pro way more because like I said, with Compex you have to buy their pads. With the Marc Pro, I've just been using some generic pads from Amazon, but they work really well. In the office, everybody's going to have their individual pads. I'm not going to be moving same pads on different people. So we use that way more. We have used the Compex with some people in the office, but really both of them really seem to work really well. There's a pretty big price difference in some of these. The Marc Pro, I think it's retails for like $700 or something. The Compex is a little cheaper, but the Compex is almost always on sale. So you can almost always find it on sale for like 40% off. So it's going to be much cheaper overall. But as I said, the pads will add up quicker. So if you intend on using it for a while, it's probably going to balance out in the long run. But like I said, they're both really good for recovery. They're not going to substitute for stretching or mobility that you should be doing. But if you're doing those things, if you are an athlete, if you even have an injury that's kind of chronic and you're trying to recover from it, this might be a good thing for you. But if you are an athlete that really likes to do your sport, you get back and you want to get out there, you want to do it more often, I would definitely look into it. Both of them are really good. I just tend to use the Marc Pro a little more, just because it's a little quicker to set up. Even like I said, it's literally just you put the pads on, you turn it on. While the other one's not that complex by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a little more time with the clip and everything on and everything. But if you guys have any questions on the Marc Pro versus the Compex, again, I think they're both good units. So these are things you can buy. You don't need to be a chiropractor or anyone to do it. You get it off their websites. Just let me know if you have any questions on it. If you have any additional questions on how the units work or anything like that, just let me know. I'm Dr. Keith. Choose to be amazing.